Hello there, curious minds and future inventors. I am Nikola Tesla, inventor, visionary, electric wizard, and possibly the reason your phone didn't explode this morning. Before we begin, let's get one thing out of the way. Yes, there's a car named after me. No, I didn't invent it. I've been dead since 1943, but I'm flattered, really. Elon, if you are watching this from your rocket, thanks for the shout out. Send snacks next time. Now let me tell you a story. The story of how I, a weird Serbian kid, born during a thunderstorm, grew up to invent most of the modern world, and also became best friends with a pigeon. Yes, that happened. Buckle up, let's rewind. I was born in 1856 in a small village in what is now Croatia, during a lightning storm. The midwife gasped and said, "This is a bad omen. He will be a child of darkness." To which my mother, absolute legend, replied, "No, he will be a child of light." Foreshadowing much? As a kid, I was different. I could memorize entire books. I saw visions when I thought. I hated round objects, was terrified of pearls, and once built a frog-powered motor. Yes, frogs, don't ask. When I got older, I moved to America with 4 cents in my pocket, a book of poetry, and a head full of electrical dreams. I started working for Thomas Edison. You know, Mr. Lightbulb Man. He was all about DC power, direct current, but I had a better idea. AC power, alternating current. It could travel long distances and power entire cities. Edison didn't like that. He was like the kid who wants to play with only his Legos, even when yours are better. So to prove I was wrong, he electrocuted me an elephant, a real one, in public, because that's apparently how grown-ups settle arguments. Spoiler alert, it didn't work. AC power won. I won. Together with George Westinghouse, coolest last name ever, we powered the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. Imagine it, a dark city, suddenly glowing with my electricity. People screamed, babies blinked for the first time. Someone probably fainted near a pretzel cart. It was glorious. And today, almost everything you plug in, TVs, chargers, popcorn machines, runs on my system. You're welcome. By the way, if you're enjoying this story and your lights are still on, go ahead and tap that like button, gently, with a spark of appreciation. And if you're curious, creative, and at least a little bit weird, hit subscribe. Tesla approved. Now let's get weirder. You've heard of remote controls, radio signals, wireless charging? That was me. I invented a radio-controlled boat in 1898, and when I showed it to people they said witchcraft and tried to look underneath it for strings. Spoiler, there weren't any. Then came the Wardenclyffe Tower, my big, crazy dream. A giant structure that would send free wireless electricity through the air to the whole planet. No wires, no outlets, no bills, just energy everywhere. The investors loved it, until they found out I wanted it to be free. And then they said, "Wait, did you say free?" "Yeah." "Oh, no, we can't profit from that, cancel it." So they shut it down, tore it down. And just like that, the dream of free energy for all was gone. It's fine, I'm fine. I only cried into my oscillating coil for 6 hours, but I kept going. Even with no money, I never stopped imagining the future. You know how today we have smartphones and video calls? In 1926, I said out loud that one day people would carry devices in their pockets to communicate instantly and see each other while doing it. That's right, I predicted Zoom calls. I'm sorry about the Zoom calls. And then there were the pigeons. In my final years, I lived alone in a hotel, broke, but still brilliant. I fed pigeons every day. One of them, a white one with gray-tipped wings, came every morning. I called her my lady. I said I loved her, and when she died, I said a light went out in my life. Yeah, I know it's weird. But hey, she never shut down my tower, so she wins. So here's the deal. I didn't get rich. I didn't become famous in my time. I died alone in room 3327 with unpaid bills and a pile of inventions nobody understood. But now, people are finally realizing I wasn't crazy. I was just early. So, if you're the kind of kid who builds weird things, thinks big thoughts, or gets excited about lightning, don't be afraid to be different. The world doesn't need more normal, it needs more Tesla. Now go invent something, feed a pigeon, be kind, be electric. Oh, and don't forget to like this video, or I'll haunt your toaster. And subscribe, because the future is waiting. And it needs more spark.